You might think that I'm proposing to you, but I'm actually not. I'm trying to get married to something other than this disgusting watch on my arm. Smartwatches suck. They distract you all the time. They're ugly. They're nothing like a Tag Heuer or a Rolex. And I'd love to transition over to, well, something that fits comfortably on my finger, that isn't in the way, that tracks my heart rate, my oxygen levels, and a bunch more. Now, the real question is, will it actually be able to replace this? Because yes, smartwatches still have a function. They give you notifications, they have accurate GPS tracking, accurate heart rate monitoring, and a bunch of other features. Can it actually be replaced by a smart ring? That's the question we're answering in today's video. My name is Stefan from We Do Tech, and if you're not subscribed yet, please don't make me waste my breath. I'd like for you to subscribe. It helps us grow the channel so that we can make cooler videos and spend money on junk or not junk that you might want to buy. Let's jump into it. This is the Ringconn Smart Ring, and it's definitely interesting. From a distance, it looks like a pretty normal ring. It has no weird screen or LED lights. It's just a normal ring, and it looks good as well. So what makes it a smart ring? Well, it has all of this tech hidden inside of it. And I'd say to make a good distinguishment between a smart ring and a smartwatch is, well, this is a lifestyle tracker, where this can be a fitness tracker. For one, the heart rate sensor in here is good, but it's not as accurate as your smartwatch would be. But let's be honest, if you're gonna be going for a full-on fitness tracker, then having a polar strap around your midsection is actually the most accurate thing you can do. If you just want to know whether your heart is healthy, whether you are active, and whether your oxygen levels are high enough or not, then this smart ring will definitely do the trick. And the bonus point, it also tracks your steps. So if you're not going to be, well, wanting to see messages, and if you don't want to be a fashion disaster, then this is probably not a bad idea. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Stefan, if this thing is so much smaller, how accurate can it actually track your steps, for example? Well, it doesn't have a built-in gyro, but it does use very accurate 3-axis accelerometers to measure exactly how far you're walking and running. Best way to think of it is simply like one of those old Fitbit trackers that never used to have a screen. It's exactly the same thing, just in a ring form. One part I really do specifically like about the ring is the fact that I can go sleeping with it. I hate going to sleep with a massive thing on my wrist. It always hurt my wrists, and it's just in the way all the time. But this isn't. It's nice and small. It can track things like REM sleep. It can do overall sleep tracking. It'll straight up tell you whether you had a bad night of sleep or not. It can even track your temperature while you're sleeping, which is a very important thing. If you didn't know, your body temperature has to drop about 1 degree Celsius for you to go into sleep. So it can monitor whether that's actually happening. And if you're struggling with your sleep, it can tell you, hey, cool your room down a bit. Now, I know I sound very biased. I have a very nice smartwatch. I have 2 very nice smartwatches, but I really am looking for something to replace them because, to be honest, it's distracting. Have you ever had a conversation with somebody and then they just keep on looking at their watch the whole time because messages just keep on coming through? It's annoying. Like, you don't need that in your life. Put your phone in your pocket, and if somebody needs you that urgently, they can call you. Unless you're a Gen Z or Gen Alpha, then you have anxiety to open your phone if somebody calls you. Then I can maybe have some sympathy for you wanting to have a smartwatch. Anyways, moving on. The best thing about the Ringconn system is, well, they send you a sizing kit before you actually order the ring you want. So they send 9 dummy rings so that you can test it on your fingers. They recommend doing it on your middle finger. However, I'm going to be replacing my wedding ring, so I tested it out on my ring finger to have a nice and comfortable feel. I recommend spending a week or so with the ring on your finger, the sample ring you get, just to make sure that when you sleep, it stays. When it gets colder and your finger shrinks, it stays. When it gets hotter and your finger swells, it still goes on. Make sure you spend some time before you order your ring, because it can be deceptive just quickly putting one on and thinking, yeah, that'll work. Don't do that. I did that the first time and they had to send me a new one. So make sure you get the right size. I'd also recommend not testing it out on your index finger because you need to use your mouse and stuff with that finger. So it's just always going to be in the way. And speaking about things being in the way, I have to charge this thing every single evening I go to bed. Luckily this, well, you kind of almost forget that you need to charge it. With this charging case alone, 150 days worth of battery, like half a year just with this charging case. Now, obviously you can charge it and you need to charge the ring itself every 5 to 6 or 7 days. However, if you don't sleep with your ring every evening, or if you go for a shower, you just quickly pop it on and then come out again. Although it is completely waterproof, so you don't need to take it off when you shower or swim or whatever you want to do with it. Now, speaking about the app, is it intuitive to use? Yes. Is the setup of this ring really easy? Yes. Literally all you have to do is go onto the App Store, type in RingCon app, download the app, open the box, click connect, and that's it. There you have the ring connected. You get to add some extra information like your age, your weight, and your height so that the ring knows the amount of calories you burn while being active, which is actually something really important, you know. Your fitness watch or ring will never actually know how much calories you're burning if it doesn't know how much you weigh, how tall you are, how old you are, whether you're male or female, and they're always estimated based on the guesstimation they made on how much muscle you carry around, because that's what burns calories. Just a fun fact. I do fitness on the side as well. I have a degree in biokinetics and I help people lose weight for a living too. So you get some extra information about your actual health on this channel too. Moving on to the design of the ring. Matte black, glossy edges, really cool. Has a little bit of a square-ish design, which is kind of strange, but really comfortable in my opinion. That's kind of cool. The case itself is matte black as well. Feels like it's quality. It feels good. It has a USB-C port, and overall, I'm happy. It feels like a solid thing. It doesn't feel like they skimped out on anything, which is really cool. Now, as you can notice, black is kind of my thing, but it also comes in silver and gold. So I might be getting the silver one to match my tag. This is the one I want. I really want this watch, but it's very expensive. So I'm saving and I'm trying to convince my wife that I can get one of those. Moving on. Can you use it outdoors? Yes, you absolutely can. It's rugged enough. Should we do a test on it? Get a hammer. Let's order the silver one, get the tag here, and then use a hammer to smash it.
We can try that.
Tune in for the next video from We Do Tech. My name is Stefan. I'll see you in the next one. This is a good ring to buy. I can recommend it. However, we need to test it comparing to a Samsung one. Coming up soon. See you in the next video. Cheers, bye.